You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Well, something we've covered a lot on this channel, of course, is the fact that women's sports, women's rights in sports, things like Title IX that was supposed to protect women's sports, is absolutely under fire. Radical leftist, biological men wanting to compete as women are trying to take those rights away from women. Of course, it creates a massive competitive imbalance as well as, in my opinion, safety issues on whatever field, court, or ring. If you're looking at MMA, and yes, there are biological men competing against women in the sport of mixed martial arts. I still believe that's going to end up being a very ugly safety issue. We saw the issue during the volleyball match where the high school girl got a severe concussion from playing against a biological teen boy. And over at ESPN, of course, generally speaking, they're always pushing left-wing radical narratives over there. And Lord knows they work for Disney. Disney's not afraid to push some grooming on some people. I am absolutely correct about that. Well, Sage Steele, one of their well-known Sportscenter hosts, has come out and has backed Riley Gaines. Of course, Riley Gaines, University of Kentucky swimming, competed against Lia Thomas, who released that cringe video that we released a video about last night. Well, ESPN's Sam Ponder, and in case you're going Sam Ponder, Samantha Steele is what she used to go by. Now Samantha Steele Ponder, ESPN's NFL Countdown host, one of their most recognizable faces at the company, has come out and is now backing women's rights in sports, Title IX, and is on the side of the fence of right versus wrong, and joining Riley Gaines in the crusade to try to maintain competitive balance in sports. Wow. Stephen A. Smith is taking heat right now. Of course, John did that video involving having Clay Travis on. Stephen A. Smith also recently came out and said that he knew that Trump was not a racist, that he's met him, he's known him. And, of course, Sage Steele. I don't know what's going on over at the mothership right now, but something has happened that has made these people decide we're going to start voicing our opinions, even though it doesn't align with the woke, leftist, radical ideologies that Disney and the rest of these ESPN celebrities have been promoting. And it's my understanding that Stephen A. Smith is taking some fire behind the scenes. This is Joe Kinsey at Outkick. The Sunday NFL Countdown host on ESPN made a major career decision Wednesday when the Liberty University alum dared to go against the grain at the company that a month ago celebrated biological male trans swimmer Lia Thomas as part of Women's History Month's feature that was a complete slap in the face to biological females. She joins fellow ESPN anchor Sage Steele as biological women at the worldwide leader who has spoken out against this madness. Quote, "This would take away from so many opportunities for biological women and girls in sports," Ponder tweeted Wednesday in response to a Biden White House proposal that bans transgender athletes from participating on teams, quote, "consistent with their gender identity and would violate Title IX. This, of course, look at this. She retweeted and left this quote with Riley Gaines' tweet to Lia Thomas's video that we did last night, where she goes on this about minute-long rant about how biological men should be allowed to come in and destroy women's sports. Riley Gaines, of course, answered that. under the guise of competitive fairness, ? Are you really trying to say you would have won a national title against men? ? Of course he would not. He was something like the 500th best man in the country. Does it not break your heart to see women lose out on these opportunities? ? The Biden administration proposed bill denies science, truth, and common sense. Yeah. This would take away so many opportunities for biological women in sports. It's a shame that we are needing to fight for the integrity of Title IX in 2023, and the reason it was needed in the first place. #Save Women's Sports. Samantha Steele, Ponder. Wow. And just like that, we have ourselves an official story because ESPN, ABC, and Disney has been very comfortable home for Lia Thomas ever since the 2022 NCAA Swimming National Championship, where the Penn swimmer beat 3 Olympic medalists for the 500 freestyle title. This is a wild time to be outsiders at a company that has openly been pro-transgender athletes for years, going all the way back to when ESPN, the magazine, made sure to include a transgender athlete in the 2016 body issue. That same year, Outkick's Curt Schilling was fired by ESPN for sharing transgender bathroom opinions. Quote, ESPN is an inclusive company. ESPN said in a statement, Curt Schilling has been advised that his conduct was unacceptable and his employment with ESPN has been terminated. Fast forward to 2023. Now we have Steele and Ponder in the building. What looks like a united front to ESPN's trans cheerleading that was led by Ellie Duncan in 2022. Remember when Duncan called for a moment of silence over Florida's parental rights and education bill? Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is what she was actually supporting. Ellie Duncan who's angry that teachers can't talk about sex and transgenderism with 6-year-olds, has no comment on a man dominating the NCAA women's swimming competition. We are living in sick and weird times, folks, that when a woman becomes outspoken on behalf of women's rights is considered controversial. But this is firing back at her own company's narrative, ESPN, who has been supporting this crap. You saw that since 2016 when the great Curt Schilling, by the way, it's things like this as to why Curt Schilling's not in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, which he deserves to be in. It's not his pitching. It's because his social stances were not woke enough. So they've left him out of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and he lost his job with ESPN. It's going to be interesting. ESPN's going to have a problem. Look, we've known for quite some time there are conservatives over at the mothership, the worldwide leader, but they don't really come out and speak because, I mean, don't think ESPN wasn't trying to send a message with Curt Schilling's firing. Shut up, toe the line. We saw it with the vaccine mandates. Or you won't be welcome to stay here. By the way, I can't remember the lady's name. An ESPN host just left and went to Outkick, following Dan Dockage over there to Outkick. So, very interesting, high-profile position at ESPN. ESPN Sunday NFL Countdown host just slammed back at Lia Thomas and the transgenders trying to invade women's sports. Wow. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.